Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. This is Quita from At Home with Quita, and here I share tips on how to plan a balanced life. So if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So in today's video, which is really exciting, we are finally debuting and releasing our meal planner bundle. And meal planner, because you can actually buy this a la carte as well. So we'll go into all of that in a little bit later in the video, but we're gonna unbox this today and I'm gonna show you everything that is included. If you have been trying to get into menu planning, meal planning, and you just haven't found quite what you're looking for, we are hoping to solve that today, okay? So let's get into it. All right, so first and foremost, we've got everything in this Fancy Plans Co box. I'm not sure if this is how it's going to ship yet, so don't hold me to it. It is going to ship in a box, but if you order the a la carte meal planner or the monthly meal planner, because you can order the same meal planner I'm going to show you by the month, or you can order the full entire year, or you can order this bundle. And so everything, the a la carte that I just mentioned to you, are going to ship in a box, but it may not be this box. And the bundle may not be this box either. So let's go ahead and unbox this so I can show you what's included. I'm so excited. And I'm also in this video going to be showing you how to use it. So don't think I'm going to leave you hanging. I'm going to share with you how you can use this meal planning system as well and walk you through the pages. So it is a disc-bound system. We are working very diligently on a coil bound system for you guys, so stay tuned for that. The only thing with coil bound is that you're not going to be able to move pages around and build this thing. It's going to come already ready to go. So let me pull everything out of the box so I can share with you how this is going to work. All right, so this is everything that comes with the meal planner bundle, with the exception of one of these. You're either going to get 2022 or 2021, whichever one you decide on. It also comes with a 6-month recipe keeper. Look at how thick that thing is. So it comes with that. It also comes with dashboards, right? So you could use these in your meal planner, but you could use them for something else too, because they don't have any wording on them. But we want you to use it within this meal planning system. It also comes with a frosted cover. It comes with some charcoal discs, a pin loop in black, a little micro or mini page marker, which is so cool, and then also a sticker sheet with planner months. So that way you could add to your tabs here. They are clear, so they're gonna kind of blend in with the dashboards. So this is everything that is included in the meal planner bundle. As you can see, there is quite a bit. So this is everything that you're going to need to build your meal planning system. So I'm not going to unpackage all of this stuff and show you kind of how to put it together. You are already familiar with the disc-bound system. You know how to put it together. There's also an option for A5. So with the A5 option, you wouldn't get the cover because you wouldn't need it. You would just stick it in your current or existing A5 planner cover and everything would come hole punched. So the only thing you wouldn't get with A5 is the cover and the discs, because you wouldn't need that, but everything is priced accordingly. And so let's move this to the side and I'm going to show you guys how I have mine set up, because I'm not going to set this up. I think you pretty much know what to do when it comes to setting up your planner. All right, so this is my catch-all planner and this is where my meal planner is housed. I do also have one on my shelf that just is literally for extra fill paper and things like that. So all my additional months, because this thing again is super chunky, she could not fit in my planner. So I have the rest of this stored on my discs and my other meal planner that I actually pull from, and then I put recipes and things like that in there. So this is my meal planner section. I have a full section dedicated to meal planning, as you can see. This is how the stickers would look on the divider dashboard. As you can see, they're clear, so they blend right on in, just to kind of give you an idea of how they would look. And then I have my 2021 meal planner at a glance. So that is how these look here. So again, in the listing, you can choose 2021 or 2022. If you want to order 2021, but you know you need 2022, this is a separate listing that you can add onto your order. So you got to choose one or the other, but this is how they look. So the 2021 looks like this. 2022, because I did change up the design a little bit. So 2022 looks like this. So we removed the little gray border on the top, as you can see, and just tweaked up a couple of things with the font, made the days of the week more bold, and that's pretty much the only changes that were made. Everything else stayed the same. So this allows you to come in and plan your meals out on a yearly basis. You could still plan them by the week, you could plan them by the month, you can plan ahead, you could do whatever you want with this. This gives you a whole entire year to plan out all of your meals. And the other difference between 2022 and 2021 is the back side. So as you can see, 2022 has family favorites on the back hand side, whereas 2021 has a grid. So you could do whatever you want on the grid. So that's how the at a glance pages look, and that's how you use them. So now we get to the star of the show, the meal planner. So as you can see, it's got this pretty font on the back, on the cover, along with a little gray border there, so that way it makes the text stand out a little bit more. It's also got a little spot here at the bottom for month, because each and every month is going to look the same in terms of saying meal planner and recipes on the outside. I like this because I feel like for most of you, you're going to just literally take out a section, a meal planner section for that month, and pop it in your planner, and then you're going to store it on disk somewhere else and then build upon that for the whole year. You're not going to have a whole entire meal planner in your catch-all planner. Now, if you plan on creating a dedicated meal planner, this does have the month still at the bottom, like I mentioned before, and then that is where your dividers come into play. So you've got all of these dividers here so that you can section out your months, and then you've got your divider labels. So you could section this off by the month, that way you could see and you could easily get to that month that you're trying to get to. So this is the little divider, mini divider that I told you about. It's in frosted, it's so cute. It's a great quality, it doesn't bend very easily. And so I just had that popped in there so that way I could easily see that this meal planner is for August. If I wanna just easily get to the meal planner section, but I wanna get to this part of the meal planner section, not this part, I could easily get there. So we've got that pinned in, and then we come to your monthly pages. So this is how your month looks. It's a month on one. There's a spot here to put the year, and then you highlight whatever that month is. So we are in August, so I technically should have highlighted August, but I didn't, which is okay. And then this is a place where you can come and you can plan out your meals for the month. And so what you would do is you would take whatever you wrote down here in August and transfer that here. Okay, so that way you have the whole month here if you just want to see it here within that particular month. This is a pre-planning section. So this is where you'll come to just pre-plan some things out, and you want to kind of see things for the whole entire year. This is a great place for that. This is where you drill down to the month. So as you can see, I wrote in my months, everything is undated. We are just an undated shop. So we like to have, be able to use things at a later date. If we forget to use it, doesn't have the dates on it, we could repurpose it. We're just undated, and I love undated. So we have date dots that you can fill these little slots in with if you don't feel like writing it in. I think it's just easier to just write it in. You have a little notes section down here. If you want to kind of just jot down some random things, you can do that. And so I have my meals planned out up until next week. So this is the week we're in, and that's what we're having for this week. So I love the month on one. It's very simple, and you could even decorate this with stickers if you want, but this just gives you exactly what you need in terms of planning out on a monthly basis. So then we get to the next page, and you can shuffle these pages around, because how I try to make them is I try to have this be the monthly. It comes with 5 weeks. So this would be the monthly. It ends on a notes page, so you could literally just have this by itself and stick this in your planner, and then these are the other pages that you could stick in your meal planner. So that's why I tried to kind of have it like this, to where you could easily pull out these pages, because it says the same thing on the back. So these are recipe cards, and then your family favorites says the same thing on the back. So that way you could take this, and you could even use these divider dashboards to section out your planner a little bit differently. We do have recipe card labels as well, not like these. I don't think like these, but we may, and I may create some. If you guys want to create like a recipe keeper, you could do that as well. I mean, the sky's the limit with disc bound. And so that's how I tried to create the pages, so you could literally, you know, have almost 2 sections, your meal planner, and then you could have your other additional pages. And so, but they all are included in every single month. So let's get back to where we were. Okay, so then we have recipes to try for this month. So if you want to have a running list of recipes that you kind of want to try, you're just kind of brainstorming. So what I would do is sit down at the beginning of the month if I plan on doing a monthly meal plan. I go week by week, but sometimes I do start month by month in terms of writing down recipes to try. So I'll just literally write the type, keto, of course I'm on keto, what type of dish it is, the name of the dish, and then whatever website it came from, which for me is typically Pinterest. And then I'll check it off as I try them. So I love this recipes to try for the month. And then this is where the meal planner comes into play. So this is your weekly meal planner. You have Monday through Sunday, and then you have a shopping list. So if you need additional space for your shopping list, what you can do is either repurpose one of these sections, or you can pop in a half sheet from our shop and continue that shopping list if you have a lot of things that you need to get. So that's what you have on the left-hand side. Then when we get to the right-hand side, this is a place for you to write in the items you already have on hand. This is where you want to start. You want to pull your pantry, your fridge, and your freezer, and you want to see what items that you have on hand to where you can build a meal plan off of what you have on hand. Or if you are writing in your meal plan, you want to see what you already have so that you're not duplicating those items. So this is a very important page. So you'll just write in the slots with those items, and then you'll come here and you'll check it off your grocery list, because I typically don't build a meal off of what I have on hand. I typically want to try something new or something on Pinterest that I have pinned. So I'll write in those meals there, create my grocery list, come here and see what I have on hand, and then I'll come here and check it off. So that's my process. Okay, so you have 5 weeks of that. So what I've been doing is repurposing the bottom section here for lunch ideas, because Addison's back in school and she loves to take lunch. So I like to brainstorm some ideas on what she can take. So as you can see, meal planner all planned out, nice and pretty. You can decorate these pages as well with meal planner stickers. There's a ton of them out there on the market. So you can literally come here and really be decorative with this page because it's neutral. And that's what I love about it. So then we get to the next week. I'm just doing a quick flip through for you. This section is intended for prep work if you want to prep something. And if you also need to remind yourself of something like to take the meat out of the freezer, that's where you'll write this here at the bottom. And so that is 3 weeks here. This is the current week that we're on. And then you have 2 additional weeks. So that's perfect. And let's say you didn't use this week because there was only 4 weeks in the month. You could take this out and use it for something else later. It's completely up to you, but it comes with 5 weeks. And then it ends with a note page. That way that you can write some notes about your meal planner for that week. Because remember, this is the meal planner. And then this is some additional pages. So now we get to the recipe cards. So I told you guys when it comes to my meal planning, I always stick the recipe cards in my planner. So you already have them here. So based on what you know you're cooking for this month, take some recipe cards out and go ahead and plan for those recipes and keep them in here. And so you get 6 recipe cards, 3 pages, double-sided, and these again are so perfect. We already have them in the shop, but I did redesign them, not redesign them, but I added this line here, a little bolder, so that way it would match with all of this stuff. So it's just slightly redesigned. Otherwise, everything else is the same. So those are your recipe cards that you're going to keep popped in your planner in this section, so that way you could easily get to the recipes you're cooking. You don't have to look them up. They're already here in your planner. And then we get to family favorites. So that's why, again, I designed this like this, because if you don't need to do this every single month, you just kind of want to have it for reference, you can literally pull these out, stick them in your meal planner. You can section it off with your divider tabs, like I told you before. And this can be a family favorites section. This can be a recipes to try section. Whatever you'd like, you could section it off based on these types of inserts versus just keeping it all lumped together. It's completely up to you with how you structure this. This is just what works for me. I am just going to keep the whole entire month in my planner. When I'm done with it, I'm going to purge it out into my meal planner. And then some of these pages may go with them and stay, and some of them at the end of the year will be purged out for good. So this is your family favorites. I think it's important to have a list of family favorites, so that way you can have something easy that you can pull from on those days when you just don't feel like figuring it out. So you put the type here, which is the main dish, a side dish, a lunch, whatever you categorize it as. Then you have the dish, and then you have the prep time and the cook time. Same thing on the backhand side. And so that's why I wanted to make them double-sided, so you could easily move things around and you don't have to worry about a different design being on the other side. Then you have items to keep on hand. Everybody should have an items to keep on hand list. Tissue, paper towel, soap, sanitizer, water, bleach, all of those things are essentials for most homes. And so you want to make sure that you have a running list of those things. So when you're doing your grocery shopping, you can add those to the list as needed. So I have an items to keep on hand list. And as I purchase them, I just either put the date here or I check it off. And then you can categorize it by home or whatever, grocery, whatever you decide to categorize it by type as. Same thing on the back hand side. Then we get to freezer meals. So if you are a freezer meal person, I did a video some time ago on freezer meals and how to do that. I love freezer meals. I just don't always have the time to do the prep work. But if you are a freezer meal person, you can come here and plan out all your freezer meals. So you have type, dish, date prepared, and then when you use it and eat it, you can check it off. Same thing on the back hand side. Then we get to refrigerator inventory. So this is a great starting place as well. Refrigerator inventory, double-sided, freezer inventory, double-sided, pantry, and household items. So if you're starting out meal planning, this is where I would start. I would go and pull your refrigerator, pantry, freezer, and all of those things, all of those places within your home. See the quantity that you have of each. And then if you keep this up to date, you can use this in the items on hand section, right? Because you can literally just come here and say, I know I have it on hand, let me write it in. And so you know you don't need to order it. So I would start here and go throughout your whole entire kitchen and see what you have and write in the quantities or check off the quantities and use this in terms of meal planning on your weekly spread. Okay, and then we end with hits and misses. So if there is a hit dish that you really, really loved, you could technically go ahead and add it to family favorites if you want, but maybe it's not necessarily a family favorite. It's just maybe your favorite, a kid favorite, maybe it's someone's favorite, but it's not a family favorite. You can put this here. Now there's also maybe some dishes that you just never want to try again because you hated it. So you can write those in here as well. So you have a section for type, dish, add to favorites, so you can remind yourself to go ahead and add it to the family favorites, and then the date that you tried it. So this is a great section as well, or a great page as well, for you to be able to just log those things so you're not trying recipes. If you're like me, I cook all the time and sometimes I forget what I did and whether or not we liked it. So this is a great place to write that in. And then we end with a notes page. So again, we have so many other different inserts that you could add to this, but I feel like this has everything you need. But if you did need some additional shopping list space, these are great for that. They pretty much look very similar. So you could literally take this and you could pop it in on those weeks that you know that you have more groceries that you need to write in, and it becomes an extension of this. So this is a great little setup here, and you could even write the store that you're going to on the side here. That's what I typically do. So this is our meal planner, you guys. I'm really excited about it. I'm so glad we're finally able to launch it. You guys know that meal planning is my favorite part of planning. I love it, and I'm so glad that we finally have a dedicated meal and recipe planner. And so I'm excited for you guys to get your hands on one of these if you want. We have a limited quantity of the bundles, but we do have everything a la carte. So you could buy these a la carte, you could get this a la carte, you could get the planner a la carte, you could get this and this and this, all of this stuff a la carte, okay? The only difference is that you get a huge discount off of it by buying it as a bundle package. So that is it for this video. I had to come on here and share this with you guys. It wouldn't be right if I didn't, because this is my favorite part of planning, like I always say. So it'd just be weird if I didn't come on here to debut it to you guys. So that is it for this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions. As of this video, this is available now. So if you want it, you better run and get your hands on it, because it is a super tight quantity, just because I didn't want to go order all these supplies when I wasn't sure of how this was going to go. I always like to test the market first. I think that's an important part of business. So this is no different. So once I see the popularity of it, we may keep this stocked in the shop long term. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel to catch this video. And so hopefully you enjoyed it so much so that you'll give me a thumbs up. You'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here, and you'll come back by and catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.